Who's in here? Alright, we've got no one that I know. It's going, Josh. It's going, mate. Doing well, brother. Got a holiday. It's the whole week holiday off work, so it's pretty good. Can't complain. Getting paid to play guitar right now. Thanks, Josh. It's going, Kirby. Yeah, I'm doing well, mate. How you doing? Nothing better when you're on holidays and public holidays. You're getting paid for it. So can't complain about that. I only have to work like 3 days and I'll get 2 weeks pay. Hey, it's a good time right now. I should be at work right now, but yeah. I'm going to enjoy it. 10 days off. Thank you. It's bloody awesome, isn't it, Kirby? So this is, I thought, why not? We'll crack on the camera. This is just me, it's 6:58. We're not at work today, so let's just crack out some riffs. This is just me having a bit of fun. What I would do, lighten up the Randall full stack, 7 in the morning. I've got lots of. I'm using a Strat shape now, but I've got I don't know if you can see behind me there. I've got a Dean, so I've got a mix. Just picked this one up, C standard this morning. Yeah, Deans are super comfortable too, because I can just mute that out. I'd probably need the only thing with the Dean, like I'm using the straight jack into this one, so I'd probably use my right angle one, but can easily just go move your pedal board there. We've got some D standard action right here. So we got this one. I got the Dime Tribute. And I'd have to, but I suppose I can go like, we'll just put the straight jack in there. And then I always like the, that newer one. Give it a quick clean off. That's awesome to work with them. Yeah, I got two of these. I got 2 mLs. These probably not the best to sit down with, but that's the only thing I have. But they look cool. I've got the like an Arrow. I've got my Semi, which is like an X. So anything X, because you still got the they're all comfy to play. I find these really comfy Deans because the way they sit, like you can put this part sits into your right leg, and then this part here sits on your left leg. So, and you can just sit it like that, and it just sits up nice. Really good. So that's pretty cool. And this one's D standard. We'll see how in tune it is. See, this one plays good as well. They're all good. But this one's D standard. I think I'm feeling C standard this morning. Yeah, I'll probably be on the lookout for these ones. So this one's a Warrior series. I do like Strat shaped bodies are just because you got the arm contour, you've got the tummy cut here. They are very comfy, definitely. I ain't gonna lie, like Strat shaped bodies are awesome, and I got a good deal on this one. This is like second hand. It's a Japanese dinky, and all I did was put a Seymour Duncan blackout in it, and then these. Nothing's wide in, it's just one volume down here where the tone pot, all the controls are out. Volume out the way. Got this for like 900 Australian second hand. It's awesome. It's got a Goto on it. Running through the Randall. So right now, I'm running through the Randall and the Marshall cab using the Randall Ninja. So if I want, I can just reach over here. So we've got a Randall full stack right there. That's using so basically this whole setup's an 8 ohm setup, and because I've got a load box right here, so we've got 8 ohm cabs, except the Marshall is the only one of my cabs that's a 16 ohm mono, but it'll run in 8 ohm stereo. So each one of these heads, and I've got a switching system, so I can have 4 amps hooked up. I've got a solid state on my desk right here, solid state power amp that I can use for preamp pedals and things like that. Because I got an Ampeg 140C clone pedal that I mess around with that one. I've got the Australian made head, the EVH, this MI Revelation. So right now I've only got the Randall, the EVH and the MI is plugged into the switching system. We can have, right now I'm running the Randall and the Marshall cab. So the Marshall's just a 2x12, so I'm running 6 12-inch speakers right now. So Randall cab up the top and a Marshall, so you get this. So that's with the Marshall. If I go to the V30 cab, oh no, that's my MI cab that's right here underneath the MI. So this is the full stack V30s. Yeah, so this one I was very lucky. So the it's called a Randall Ninja. It was the Michael Amott signature series. So I had a friend actually gave that to me. So yeah, that was pretty cool. It's like the amp is a V2, so I don't know if they voiced it a little bit different. I've owned a Marshall. I had a Marshall JVM. So I would say because I got the EVH as a EL34 EVH, and I had the Marshall JVM for years. The blue channel on an EVH EL34, you can get Marshall tones for days. No worries. So they're just, all you have to do is like turn up the mids a bit and stuff, and you pretty much, most amps will do Marshall tones. My two favourite, probably these two MI heads here are Australian made, which is probably my favourite amps I've got. I love the EVH, is awesome. Angle Overside cab would be awesome, but they're probably just going to run V30. Same with Mesa, I'll probably never try because they're just too expensive in Australia. But yeah, I like the tone of the Randall. It's solid state. I've got tube heads. I've got solid state. Like literally, what I can do with this setup is I'll let this warm up a little bit. We turn on the MI. Like I would go, yeah, like that stealth, 100 watts 6L6 stealth, I would pick that over any Marshall any day of the week. Nothing wrong with Marshalls, there's classic, but yeah, I'm doing well, mate. How you going? Hi, better, if I'm saying your name right. But yeah, you can't. The 6L6 stealth, even in 50 watt, but the 100 watt just owns pretty much every amp out there. Yeah, you could pretty much, if you had to have one amp, I'd say like EVH is just value for money, what you get, and the stealth 100 watt is just, yeah, what you can't. What can you say? It's got all the controls. It's just an amazing amp. You got chugs for days. That's the Randall was just like I said. It was a cool thing from a friend. I've never had one before, so he just like he's got lots of Randalls. I think he's got like 3 of them, and he had the Ninja, and he was just like, "Yeah, mate, you can have an amp." And I was like, "Thank you, I'll take it." And he was the one who actually helped me set up the full stack, because trying to put that on there by myself, They're so heavy. So yeah, he had so we actually bought the Diavolo 4x12 cabs. They were new old stock, and we got those for like $1,000 Australian. Which is, if you see, they're still selling those now, and they go, it costs like $2,500 to get one of those into Australia now. And so he was talking about getting rid of it. And I was always joking. I'm like, if you ever get rid of that Randall cab, so they're matching Diavolo Randall V30 cabs. I was like, if you ever get rid of it, mate, hit me up. So I bought that off him probably like, it was about a month ago now. It was pretty awesome. So he dropped that off to me, brought it to my house, helped me set it up. He gave me the Randall Ninja. I hooked him up with an audio interface too, like, that was like months later. I felt like, you've given me this amp, I've got to hook you up with something. But yeah, they're just, there's a lot of great amps out there. Like, I'm not going to lie, if I had, more cash, give me an Engel Savage. You just try them out, don't you? What is it? I think it's called the Promethean, the Lichstern, or whatever, however you say that brand. They're pretty popular right now. It's called a Promethean. Driftwood Purple Nightmare would be pretty cool. But if I was probably going to add, I would love, yes, a 6L6 Stealth. That would be cool. I would probably go the amp. If I could go get an amp right now, I would probably get an Engel Savage. They just sound awesome. But most amps, man, the way I'm running them with, I've got lots of pedals down on the ground here. Like, I'm boosting this amp. If you're talking about, are we going to include bass guitars in that? For how many I have? So yeah, that's the Randall full stack right there. And that sounds chuggy as to me. Obviously what's coming through this mic, sitting in the room, no YouTube video will ever convey what a full stack can do in a room. The bass, the low end, what a mic will pick up. What are you listening through? Like if you're listening on headphones or just small speakers, yeah. So, and then if I go to this one, then it's this, I've got an MI cab here, 4x12 with Eminence Wizard. So now this would be the Randall V30. So this is still twin cabs, but it's like a stereo split. Which what I would probably do, I'd position myself in between where the Marshall cab is. If you stand or sit, if you go right here, now you're getting like a stereo wide. that's with your MI. But normally if I'm sitting over here, because I'd be getting hit in the face with a cab right here, so it's I'm liking the mix between the Marshall, because that's what I've got with the Randall. What's cool about it, you can have it's the only amp I've got where because it's solid state, I can just run to two different speakers, so with the switching system. And this is what I can do too, because I got the switching system and I've got my MI head here, then all I have to do, that's on now, right? But this is the Randall. Then all I have to do is flick a switch. And that's the MI. Oh, sorry, that's through the Marshall, so you can hear how bright that is. I was wondering why it's so bright. Now if I go to the Randall cab. And then if I want, you just flick a switch, back to the Randall. So the volume I've got a bit different. And if I wanted to, I can turn on the EVH as well. And then all I have to do is, flick a switch, and we're good to go. So I can have like 3 heads on at once, and I can send them to 3 different cabinets. I can even, on this one right now, I probably could. All I'd have to do is open up I could go direct too now through this live stream. Yeah, we may as well, why not? To show you what I can do. So what I would do with this, I think it'll come out that one. So I'd open up RC standard. And answering your question, we'll include the bass guitars and and acoustics and all that. I've got 16 guitars right now. So I'm happy with that. Couple of amps and pedals, couple of cabs, not bad. Okay, so what we'll do here, we might even set this up. So we'll open up Studio One, like this. Which we might, if I go, that one, what do we got here? Okay, that's that one. So we'll bring it over to here, Studio One, and I'll show you this. What we can do. So I've got my OBS right here. So I'll move my OBS here anyway, and we'll go to screen capture of the. Now we wanna put that one up there like that. There we go. So that's me screen capture of this one. So we'll just go a new song. Okay. Open this one up. Then what we're going to do, we're just going to hit a track. I'm going to load that up. We will go to the mix section. Then what we're going to do, we're going to go to these IOs. And the 2 notes runs through a SPDIF connection. So we're just going to assign those and be okay. We're going to arm up a track. Then what we're going to do, we're going to go to our effects and we're going to go to 2 notes. And we're going to use a thing. You can use the genome, but I like to use, I always use the wall of sound. I'm going to go to a preset. Now this one's running 4 cabs. So we've got a Rattan British, we've got a Recto, we've got this one's based off some Eminence cabs, Christian Cola, and we do that. So it's like 2 lots of IRs, 2 lots of cab samples. Awesome, Shane. Yeah, send it over, brother. So we've got that now, okay? Then what we're going to do now, so you can see all what I've done there, okay? We'll go back to me over here. Righto. So now I think it'll come out this one here. So if I was, because I'm going through SpitIf, I think I got loopback function. Haven't done a live stream with this setup for a while. So now what I've got to do is I assign my load box through this one. Yep. We'll go. I've got to turn this. So we've got to now figure out, we've got that going. I think we've got to set up, just double check my volumes out here. So now I've got to try set this thing up. So this is the audio interface. Comes with, so I turn that one on, this one here. This is the audio interface software that helps me route where I want things to go. So we want SpitIf. That should be right there. Output will be, got that one. We've got loopback function enabled. That should be right. Okay, we've got a mute on that one, so maybe we need that one. I'm just going to double check this one. Where's the source coming from here? Properties. Okay, we want to come from SpitIf. Pretty sure. Okay, let's see if that does something. There we go. That's what I wanted. So what I had to do was come into, if we look at, this is my OBS, so this is what I'm using to do screen captures and all this type of thing. You come into your properties here, and then you pick from the drop down menu a SpitIf from the Mbox audio, and you're good to go there. And now you can see the mic aux, that's going to come out. So now, if depending how your volume, maybe turn your volume down if you've got headphones, because we'll see. So now I'm going to enable what's called an IR, and we're going to go direct from our audio interface into the live stream. So I'll light that up now. That's going direct into the live stream using an IR. So this is like a simulation. And then all I have to do, then we turn that off like that. And now what's going to happen, nothing comes out there, can't hear any sound, and then all I have to do is go back to the Randall cabs. And then you're back to in the room sound. So that's what's cool with this whole audio interface, and what I've got set up here is if I want, I can go from in the room, so I've got a mic on top of this camera right now, and I can easily just go from in the room sound with a mic, which is what you're hearing now, and then I can turn on the IR, and I can easily toggle between each, and then all I have to do is we've got that. I select the IR or the load box, 2 notes load box, which then that feeds my amp directly into my audio interface. We turn off my mic, so you're not going to hear my monitors getting picked up by the mic, and then we mute me out and we go direct. And what I probably would do is like EQ that differently and turn the... When I'm using the IRs, I notice like the low end doesn't work as good when you're recording. If you're going into your recording or your interface and trying to capture something like you're micing it, it doesn't really like the low end. So the way I would set this amp up going into my cab versus how I would set it up going into a digital load box is totally different. So, but yeah, it's a pretty cool thing you can do. Like I said, we can so what I'd do, I'd probably just, I've got EQ down there, like I've got a 10 band EQ on, which I probably wouldn't have on, but I can just easily turn the low end down here, mute out my mic. So yeah, definitely. I don't know if you could tell. Let me know how different that was. Which one you prefer? Do you prefer the in the room sound versus the cab sound? And I'll turn my low end up a bit. So that's using the MI cab. Or the MI head, I should say. And then if I want, once again, flick a switch, we're on to Randall. Once again, if you want, I can easily just flick a switch, mute myself out, and then we've got Randall direct in. And there you have it, that's Randall direct, but I could actually hear, like it's because I've got it running into 2 cabs, I still can hear the V30, the quad, So what it was sounding like through the monitors then, I wasn't too sure. Yeah, I do use a gate. I actually use two of them. I use a Fort and Zool and a Lone Wolf Audio Endless Blockade. So, yep. You just got to set them like between gating and not. So once again, if I was to go, we'll go back to not direct IR, just in the room sound. If I turn off the gate, this is what you're going to get. So there's your question, if I run a gate or not. Not too noisy without them. Because I'm gating the boost pedals as well, because I've got an overdrive hitting the front end that's going to push hard through any type of gate and give you the squealies. So you need it overdrive. Sustain. So you gated then. So you get a little bit towards the end of my gate out, but it's all good. That's how low I'll get. So it's gating towards the end there, which you got to find your, like, I suppose what I'd say, just where do you want to set it? Do you want it super tight? It's still tight enough that I can be like, but there's a little bit. It's not super cutting. Like, I can make that, if I want, I can turn up the Zool and I'll make it super tight on the cutoffs. Then that will cut off the harmonic. There it goes there, see? Cut it off a bit quicker. But if I turn it down to about a quarter, then I'm good. So yeah, can do that if I want to, once again, if I want to go to my MI head. It's right here. And I can just flick a switch. I'm running an MI head now. You just gotta find that final. It's like you can't have super tight, but that's still pretty tight. Like, it's quieting it up. There's a little bit of buzz. Once again, if I turn off the main gate. little buzz I can hear, but it's so quiet compared to what you normally would have without it. So, yeah, gates, because I'm also pushing an overdrive. That's what makes it so bad. If I turn off the overdrive and turn off the Zool, there's no noise. That's the main one. But the minute I turn on my overdrive, because it's got a boost function, then that would be... Yeah, for some reason it's not. Yeah. Weird, it just decided it's not going to do. I must be doing it on the Randall more. So if I turn that off, go to the Randall again, and turn on the boost. No. It's making a liar out of me now. For some reason, it was gating hard as. Yeah. That makes it super quiet. Yeah, it's weird why it's deciding to gate like that. Because you heard it before when I turned it off, it was just freaking noisy as if I turned off. There it is. Oh, so what it was, I've got the, that's what the difference was. So if I have, once again, so if I've got the endless blockade on, it is still gating the overdrive pedal. So I turn that off, it's gating it there. That's what it was. I got so many switches I didn't know. So if the endless blockade's off, then it's still not gating the boost. So if I have the endless blockade off, and that's when you turn on the overdrive. Yeah. So like it's I'm using what's called 4 cable method as well. So yeah, it's a couple of different ways to do it. Yeah, that's it. It's all about that sweet spot, man. You know, it all depends. Yeah, mine are about that. Like on the endless blockade, I've got them running at about 12 o'clock. But you just got to find, yeah, that spot where is it gating it enough? Do you want super tight cutoffs for when you're doing riffs? Do you want it to hang a little bit? It's just one of those things. Yeah. Without it, then I wouldn't be pushing my amps as hard. Which then gives you that compression and sustain that I like. So if you're doing a riff and you're see that? That's the difference between the overdrive and not. If I also too, I'm also running a EQ pedal. So if I turn off the overdrive and the EQ pedal, this is what the amp sounds like. Now I could make the amp sound brighter if I want and turn up the mids. There's a couple of switches on the MI I could flick. But when you're using the overdrive, is going to make it super bright. I'm also using the EQ pedal to crank some high mids and highs and stuff, and also cranking low end. So I'm making it super woofy and then using the overdrive to cut that out, which that's without it. Turn on the 10 band EQ. I've also got it a little bit past 0 too, so it's almost acting like a boost, the EQ. So that's without it. Still got a little bit of woofiness, and that's when you kick in the overdrive with the tone a little bit cracked over, so it's giving that high end. See, if I had that all turned off and I try to do the same riffs. crack them all on again. Helps those, when it got the boost pedal like that and overdrive, when you hit those harmonic, it cracks really hard. Pretty awesome like that, so yeah. And that's an easy way. And once again, we can go back to, see when I go back to the IR direct, and I'll turn the EQ pedal off, you won't notice the difference as much if I'm going direct in. That is direct in. So compared to if you have in the room sound once again, so we'll just go cab 3 for the V30. I think, you know, the direct in definitely sounds a lot better. We'll go, this is going to get loud again. You know, goes alright. That's the MI action. Yeah, can't go wrong with that, can you? So there you have it, fellas. Bit of a morning riff out live session. I'm on holidays this week, so yeah, we'll just keep smashing out the riffs, enjoying it. Having fun as I always do with my awesome amp wall. But which one did you prefer about that? The direct, or do you like the in the room mic sound? Which one were you liking more? I haven't set that up in a while, the old direct in. I think I can go me ISO on this one. A bit too dark. So I'm even loading my cameras too now. You can adjust the as the sun's coming out, it's getting lighter in here. You can have, it's one of the settings. I think it's aperture setting, where you can choose how much light's coming in the camera. But yeah, there you go. Any questions about any of that one? That's not a bad little riff out. But yeah, I like, you know, the Randall sounds cool. They're all different flavours, whatever you like. I love the MIs, the Australian made. They're classic. And you can't get them anymore. He doesn't make them no more, so yeah. It was awesome that I got those when I did the MIs. They're awesome amps. Australian made in Sydney. So yeah, happy I've got two of them. Got the Gamma and the Revelation. Might have to switch it over, but I'm liking the Gamma lately. But we'll, you know, maybe I need another switcher so I can hook more of my amps up to the switching system, just an expansion bay or something. But it's heaps cool too, because with the switching system, you can have all your pedals hooked into 4 amplifiers. So I've got one delay pedal that at the flick of a switch, it can run into 4 different amps. Because I've got the 4x4, so I can run 4 amps and I can run 4 cabinets. Flick a switch, I can use the MI cab. Flick a switch, use the Marshall cab. Flick a switch, use the Randall V30. Flick a switch, direct input into the 2 Notes Torpedo Live, which then I route that with my audio interface through SPDIF, which is like some Sony proprietary digital connection. We then use OBS through the stream to come through out to the world, direct injection. It's pretty awesome technology these days, so yeah, loving it. Was teaching a guy in Belgium yesterday. That was awesome. That was heaps fun. And got the merches selling. People asked for that. You know, just like everything with this channel. People are like, have you got a Patreon? I'm like, nah, Oh, you should set one up. No worries, I'll set one up. Same with the merch. People are like, where can I buy it? They've heard some of the songs. They're like, where can I buy this merch? Found a supplier in the US, and it's called Print on Demand Service. I based it in the US because majority of people who asked, and yeah, so I set that up. Got a comment. I'll see if I can I'll pull that one up. Notifications. So Mike K. We got that one. We can set it. Where's my OBS? It's awesome with all this stuff. Like you got OBS, I can have different screens, screen captures. We can go direct in with the amps. Man, what a time to be alive, eh? With technology. And then we've got this one here. And we'll go screen capture. And there we go. Mike K got my shirt today. Only 9 days. Nice Fruit of the Loom tee. Screen printing looks just like the pic. You picked a good service to put these out, in my humble opinion. So I was like stoked with that. Then Mike's left a comment right there. So hey, it's pretty awesome. That's awesome here, Chop. I like your name, Chop 300. It's like Uncle Chop Chop. Ah, there you go, brother. Another reason why I love doing this. Another reason why this channel's kept going with the support. You know? That's awesome to hear, mate. And you're kicking ass too. I'm just happy that I could inspire you to pick up the guitar, man. And yeah, that's it. I like the easiness of what I do. I just like having fun. Just riffs, stank face riffs, bit of legato, bit of this, bit of that. It's all it is. Bit of fun, man. It's all it has to be. And I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. Loving life right now. Enjoying it. It's awesome. Got a friend up the coast who lives near the beach, and he's like, come up. He's on holidays too, eh? And he's like, man, come and hang out at his house. I can crash up there. It's up the, yeah, it would be up north. If you know Australia, it's like some little bay. You should see it. It's crazy, eh? But maybe one day I'll have to go up there for a little holiday. Got friends in the Gold Coast. If I want to go stay in the Gold Coast, I've got a house to stay at near the water. It's pretty awesome. Loving it. Loving life, loving it all, man. It's awesome. Awesome time to be alive. I don't know if Carrot wouldn't be watching now. He's probably out fishing or something. But yeah, me mate Carrot. So, yeah, it's all cool, man. But I couldn't be bothered driving up there. You see the frickin', they had the traffic, eh? You should have seen the traffic of people going up frickin' the coast for the holidays. So maybe when it isn't holiday season, I'll have to go up and take Carrot up on his offer. He's got a house up there by the, it's like a 5-minute walk to the beach. So yeah, not bad. But driving, yeah, I'll just keep smashing out the videos, loving it, loving the support. It's awesome, man. I think it's going to be a whole 12,000 subscribers freaking live stream week, this one. Loving it. Loving the amp war. Loving my guitars. Hey, great time to be alive, I tell ya. With all this technology, you can just like feed it into freaking different things, and it's pretty cool. People ask for merch and you make it. Working with people in other countries on EPs. That being said, hey, let's we'll crack out a track now. Why not? Let's light up manifestation. That's what this is all about. You're manifesting things into reality, and that's all it comes down to. So check this track out. If you got your, just turn down the volume if you're on headphones or something. This is going to get pretty loud right now. So this has all been mixed and mastered by a friend in Canada. Awesome bloke. He freaking kills it at what he does. Very knowledgeable. Helped me out a lot. So it's a great time, man. So check this track out.
No
Thanks, brother. Fuck, that lit me up so hard, eh? Like, I had the volume turned up from the, from when I was listening to the amp back through my monitors, and I forgot I had it cranked up, and I turned it on, and that thing just lit me up so hard, eh? It was like, bah! I got like a wall of speakers in front of me. I got like 4 speakers and a 12-inch sub down there. I just got lit up hard. I was like, oh damn. Got like, what is that? Like 4 mid-ranges, 4 tweeters and a 12-inch sub. Bloody hell. That just lit me up hard. May as well throw up another track. Let's light up another one, eh? Except don't light me up this time. I don't know, we'll go, what do you think? We might try Portals. Let's have a go at Portals. Mute me out. My mic was muted. I'm talking to myself here. Thanks for that, Chop. Appreciate the support, brother. It's awesome. See, another great day again. Sun shining. Awesome amps. Awesome people. Don't know about these noisy Corellas right now, but hey, they got to live too. Might have to go for a little walk. Check out the nature. Yeah, let's light up another one, brother. We got this one's called Portals. There's that one there. That one's called Portals to Worlds Unknown. Not too bad. Might as well crack out all the rest of them. So let's go. We might as well go 10,000 souls and then finesse fate. Why not? So let's light up the next one. So yeah, there's another track there. Also, Chop 300. If you want any of the tabs in PDF or Guitar Pro format, there's an email on my channel description. And so email me there so I can send you any of the tabs of any of the videos. Probably like the last year. I should have the tabs for most of those. And yeah, any videos that you see, just email me through that, and it would be Go to my channel. We'll turn the volume down there. Right there. Where is it? I'll view the email address. So there. So I bring that page. We'll close this off. Bring this page over here. Bring my OBS. And we've got, there's my OBS right there. We want that one. So right here, this email address right here. If you email me through that, you'll be able to, I'll be able to send you files. Which I've been trying to let the other members know about that too. Because when you're Patreon, you can actually, it's an easier way to share files there. Okay, but for my YouTube members, because I've put that in like as one of the offers, but no one's hit me up yet through that email. But yeah, just so if you got, like I said, PDF, Guitar Pro is a really good format to just like for training tool. I can easily go like that. We go to there. And we'll find out, like just message me if they're not going through. I don't know if other people have tried to message me through that, because I haven't seen any. But let me know, yeah. So Guitar Pro, I don't know if you got Guitar Pro or not, but that's definitely a good one. So yeah, go through that one. I've got all my other links there. We've got, you know, I don't really post much on Instagram or Facebook anymore. Some people push it. Hey, like if you got the all the tools, man, you know, if you got the audio interface and you can send like wave files, then yeah, once again, message me too. I'm always happy to do collabs and all that type of stuff. Just let me know. You can also join my I've got a Discord, which maybe I should put that in the one of the links to Discord. Go that one like that. This should work, I'm guessing, if you got this link. So copy. Go back there, chat. Paste that one. That's a link to my Discord. Right there, so. And a lot of people help out there as well. So. If you want to reach out there, you can start sharing. We also share stuff in there as well, the Discord. You can share any type of videos, anything like that, so it's pretty cool. What time we got now anyway? 8:20. So yeah, that's pretty much what we got, an hour and 30 minutes. So I might jump out of here now, fellas. It's a good little riff out. Anything else you want to know before I jump out of here? And thanks once again, Shop, for the becoming a member. Appreciate that. It was raining bad yesterday, so the birds are over there. They're back again, the Corellas. Oh, hell yeah. Thanks, brother. That's awesome. The songs will be dropping soon. I'm trying to think like Bandcamp set up Spotify. I should probably do that this week. I'm still waiting for these guys to. They're saying they're not happy with how they're finished, the vocalist and the producer engineer. So we're waiting to see what. I think their sound done. Like, I've already told them I'm happy with how they're sounding. So, but that's, yeah. If you want, so I'll drop them too. They're in Discord too. We'll figure something out. If you want the tracks too, I can email those to you or give you a link or something like that. If you want those tracks that you can download that I was playing here. Oh, that's one we didn't do. I think we did 10,000. To finish this one off, let's do the last. I think it's definitely got to be the last track on the album or the EP. It's called Finesse Vitae, which is the end of life in Latin. And yeah, let's light this one up. We've got to get my OBS. So get ready. It's going to get loud again. So let's. This is Finesse Vitae. that's the last one. Thanks, brother. Yeah, it goes alright, that one. That one's got like more thrash metal, I would say, influences. But then the vocal style sort of switches up genres, and I'll leave it up to the punters to decide what genres are. I know it's metal. It's got guitars in it. It's got distortion. But yeah, you got to give it some. It is. It's like thrash death metal. Who even knows? I'll tell you. Oh, these old genre classifications. Ah, that one's called Finesse Vitae. So it's Latin for the end of life. So in English, yeah, it would be the end of life. So I was like, what's the end of life in Latin? And that's where that one name came from. So pretty happy with it. How it's all come out. The intro might change a little bit. So, but I think this week I better figure out how to where I'm going to release it. So Bandcamp, that type of thing. Probably chuck it on Spotify. I gotta have a look at that because I don't know if you have to set up. I've heard DistroKid or something you can use. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that one. Do some more research and figure it out. But that being said, I'm gonna jump out of here. If you're still in here, Chop. Oh, thanks, Chop. There you are. Thanks, brother. Glad you enjoy it. So it'll. Oh, they because the vocalist Scott, he's got a week off work too, so he reckons we've got to finish it this week. I'm gonna push on him. I'm like, that's it. Let's finish it. I already finished all my guitars in December on my Christmas holidays. Might have went to like January the 1st or 2nd, but that's how long this has been finished, and I've just been waiting for them to sign off on their vocals and the mixing and all of that. So, and then yeah, some stuff happened in Canada, but it's getting there. I'm definitely pretty pleased. Maybe I've got to record some type of outro too, so it might be 5 songs, but like just an instrumental at the end. That's what we're thinking about. So I'll probably got to record that this week as well. So as long as do some more YouTube videos. See, I don't know if anyone wants a lesson too. You can contact me through Discord. Like I said earlier, I was on a lesson with someone from Belgium yesterday, which was pretty cool. That was interesting. And yeah, I've had all over. I've had people from like Finland, Belgium, New Zealand, America, all over the world. So it's pretty cool, man. This whole technology and starting a YouTube channel, what it opens up to you, it's pretty awesome. Very happy with how everything's going. And I think, because like I said, it's holidays this week, we can just do 12,000 live stream specials. And I'll start working on some riffs. Let's see. Might be time for another easy death metal pattern. I know they go down pretty well. Or maybe a slam. I know I've got a friend who likes to sample my music, and I think he needs some material for his channel too. So if you're out there, brother, you know who you are, and if you want some material, mate, don't worry, we'll have some more coming. You can sample the done and try grow your channel, brother. That'll be awesome. But don't worry, there'll be plenty more content to come. You know, so really appreciate the support once again. Thanks, Chop, for buying some merch and becoming a member, brother. Once again, reach out, man, for the tabs, Guitar Pro PDF. Anyone who wants lessons, reach out. You can contact me through so many ways. You can email me, you can join Discord. Through Instagram, you can reach me at Instagram. That's another one, which I barely post anything on Instagram, but maybe I might want to start pushing that a little bit more shorts. But I pretty much just focus on YouTube at the moment. I think Facebook's died off from what it used to be. It's definitely not what it used to be anymore, and yeah, I don't think you can get followers and stuff. Maybe, I don't know. Instagram seems to do a bit better than Facebook, but it's just another platform you got to try to post on, which maybe I need to start pushing more on those other platforms as well. But I'm happy with the results from YouTube so far, so I'll just keep cracking on like that. Enjoy the rest of my holidays. It is 8:34 a.m. I started streaming at 6 in the morning. Frickin' Steve, you come late, brother. I'm about to jump off, mate. It's like 8:34 a.m. So we've already been doing like an hour and a half, hour and 43 minutes. So you got time. You're just in here for the time when I signed off. You'll have to rewind it, brother, and you can watch how the live stream went. But hey, thank you, Chop. Thank you. How do you say it? Hybida. Hybida. Thanks, Steve-O, for your support too. Dropping in, mate. And everyone else who's here watching, who has watched the channel, who is supporting the channel, who's making videos about the channel. Appreciate your support, man, as always. And hey, until next time, just keep smashing out those riffs and loving it. There's my sign off. That's what it's all about, man. Just having fun with it. If you ain't having fun doing it, why are you doing it? You know? That's all it comes down to. No, I've been on here for an hour and 43 minutes, brother. You just woke up a bit later, so I'm getting out of here, mate. And have a great night.